mean eggnog? For?
Indeed, indeed. Right. Well. I've got 3 in, and while the others are connecting, you got 4 in. So while the others are connecting and everyone's in voice, we can get started. Welcome, one and all, to this highly non.
Or are we just going to use the dice on the system?
You just use the fancy dice in the system.
Right. Cool.
Although I think I think they're looking at implementing the Bluetooth dice into their system at some point, but I don't think it's happened yet. So, welcome one and all. So, just to explain I know you already asked, but just to explain the backstory and the whole idea, you're a woodland creature who's recently gained sentience when you ingested magical cocaine from the satchel of an unlucky traveller in the forest. With your newfound intelligence, you plunder the belongings of the courier you killed. You find that he or she had a complicated heist plan written on parchment and hidden in their satchel bag. But it's not just any heist. It's a complicated heist that involves stealing more of the enchanted cocaine that has granted you sentience and made you really jittery. Can you take a chance that when the cocaine wears off, you'll revert to being a mere woodland animal? No. No, you cannot. You have to get more of that enchanted cocaine. Luckily, you have this written plan from a deceased courier that requires discipline and exact execution. Unfortunately, you're a goddamn coked out enchanted wooden creature prone to rage. So that's the whole premise. That's the whole premise, the whole adventure. So the first things we've got to do, it should be okay. So basically, the first things we've got to do is create your characters. So on the if you've got the modules loaded, which you will need, hopefully I have controlled it. So all you should need is the cocaine owlbear module, the suede adventure edition, and I decided that we really ought to have the adventure deck in there as well, because it seems if it's not anarchic enough, let's give you some adventure deck cards as well. So there's basically a section called Cocaine Cowboys Characters, which will basically talk you through what we're going to do. So we're not going to use the Cocaine Cowboy generator because we're going to make it a little. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters, so we don't need to worry too much about alternate creatures. But there is an alternate creature table if you want to. So the first thing you want to do on that page is you want to click on the option that shows woodland creature, and that will give you an option to create a woodland creature. And if anyone wishes to try one of the alternate creatures, so the standard woodland creatures are owlbear, ferret, raccoon, raven, deer, or unicorn. But if you want to try the alternate creatures, they're also available. There's a parliament. That case, you can be possibly a parliament of owls, a possum, a skunk, a goose, a badger, or a snake. So it's really up to you. But we'll start in the order I see them across the top, which means you're first, Alan.
Right. I cannot see the. Do I need? Is it books that I'm looking for? Oh, there we go. Right. Hang on. Right. Woodland creature. So straight away, the thing that I think what I need to play here is a displaced Tasmanian devil. So I think maybe if we go for something like a raccoon, but instead of actually being a raccoon, he's going to be a displaced Tasmanian devil. How's that?
Fair enough. As I say, you've got a choice. You could actually choose, or you could randomly roll. So if Alan, I'm more inclined to let you choose than randomly roll. If you want to roll, by all means. So I will put in the character section when I think I've just closed the table I needed. Oh, there it is. You want to be a raccoon.
An entirely new archetype. Let's just use the raccoon one.
Oh yeah, no. You misunderstand me. It is literally a case of why didn't that work? This could be a very short game. Cancel. Raccoon. Come on, in you go. Why is it not importing the characters? Ooh, this is not good. I knew I should have tested it. These don't not work. It's going to be a very short game if it doesn't work. Or is it just... I should be able to drag the pre-generated characters in, shouldn't I? Why is it not working? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to copy it. Oh well, let's try it that way then.
Reference archetype raven.
That could be really annoying because that.
Possibly. Today, contacts and all that got updated.
Okay, it looks like we're going to have to do it the slow way. So you need to create a blank character, and I'll just have to drag and drop everything in. Sorry, I forgot to. I didn't. Yeah, what the whole point of this adventure is because it's meant to be random. You're meant to be able to drag and drop everything. The characters aren't dragging and dropping. That's quite annoying. So
that's software for you. The demo looked fantastic.
It worked beautifully last time we played it, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, the complete generator's not generating either.
Yeah, this is interesting because the mission generator worked beautifully. So I've got the mission generator. So I guess I have to. So yeah, if you just click on the characters tab and click the just create yourself a character. Well, what do we got? So next across, because I can see people changing names. Oh, it looks like Jiminy wants to be a raccoon as well. Mind you, it looks like you got your stats in. How did you get your stats in? Did you
copied it from the sheet?
Oh, you copied it from the sheet. Okay. So don't forget to name your character. Arnold, what it was? I've lost track of who's who because everyone's moving around here.
Well, that's me, and I'm kind of waiting for somebody. Raccoon the third. I'm just kind of waiting for my turn to roll dice.
Do you want to roll or do you want to pick?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to roll. It's all about random.
Do you want to roll on the alternate table or the standard table? There's the alternate table.
Let's roll alternate, if you don't mind.
Be my guest.
Furry bulldozer. I'm a badger, huh?
Okie dokie. Okay, so you should be able, if you go to the archetypes button, you should be able to drag most of the stuff in. I've got your thingy in. Okay, yeah. So obviously, then you've got to roll on your. I was going to get through everyone else. So okay. I've got a nameless. I've got a nameless one for terabyte. So do you want to roll or pick a creature from either of the woodland creature or alternate creature tables?
Oh, I think I'll roll just for the randomness and see what we get.
Right, I'm struggling here. Where the hell is the create a character thing? Because I can't see a damn thing.
Under player on the right, under player characters, you click on that, it'll open up a window. There'll be a green plus button.
Right, my mistake was going to the character button. Right, there we go. Right. Right.
Sorry, it's meant to be easier than this. The idea is I drag in a character and then you look on the character sheets and you've just rolled.
Right. What rank are we creating?
Oh, I think you're all pre-generated characters. Are you all novice? So I say it's just. I think you're technically all novice characters. We'll see how it goes.
We'll need to test archetypes after this.
We do.
Archetype product.
Can you give me the raccoon portrait?
That's fine. I'll deal with that. I just want to get. I just want to get the party sorted out. So, right. So there you are. Yes, Taz, and you are. You've got luck. Scavenger. Going to add a hindrance from your descriptive pool. You've got. Let's me drag it. You've got bite. Got 5 digits. Low light. Okay. Okay, that brings us to. Sorry, Terabyte. Did you decide what you wanted to be?
I think I'll try a raven.
You're going to be a raven. Okie dokie. And who's because everyone's changed the names, I've lost the order. So Pested, you need to create a character sheet so I can
I
populate it for you.
rolled a one. How do I? All right, just open up character.
Yeah, just open up characters and press the plus button to create a character. Because the whole point of this system is it's meant to let me automatically drag and drop him in, but it's not working. So you have to do it the slow way. It's rather annoying. You rolled a 1, which is you're the owlbear. Okay. Jiminy Riku, how's that? Where did you find the portraits in the end, Jiminy? Or did you?
I just dragged it off. Yeah. Character.
Okay.
Go to get cocaine cowboy.
I assume Rudolph is a deer. Then is that the case, Mr. Loser?
It's a unicorn.
You're being a unicorn, are you? That's fine by me.
But it may actually look like a deer.
Okay, horns, kick, and the rainbow teleport. So it looks like the horns and the kicks you're going to have to manually populate, which is very annoying because the whole point of randomly generating characters is the point is you shouldn't have to do this bit. Okay, so unfortunately,
we can make characters in minutes.
So okay, so if you click on the characters window and click on the archetypes button, it'll open up a bunch of archetypes. There you can open up the characters where you're supposed to be able to have dragged it to create your character. That will give you all your stats you need to populate. Sorry that it's a bit manual and a bit archaic. I forgot to test it. I'll have to work out how to fix it.
You can also get it from book mod. Okay, Owlbear.
Okay. So the next thing you all get to roll on, if you haven't already, is the descriptor table. That's your hindrance. So you will find that under you. What you will do is you will go to under character hindrances, share here. That just shares the one. So stop sharing. So if you go to your hindrance, if you go under character hindrances, you just need to add the hindrance you've just rolled, and that's the hindrance you've got. And then the next one, after you've rolled your descriptor, you can after you've rolled your descriptor, then you need to sort out your party roll, which is what your job in the party will be.
Okay, I have managed to open the character sheet for the Owlbear, but I can't get it to recognize that it's me playing. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong.
Unfortunately, you can't get it to. You can open the character sheet, but what you're going to have to do is just copy the stats across. I'm afraid, it's not working the way I intended it to, and that's very annoying. So what I'm saying is, if you've opened up your character sheet and you can see what your stats are and your skills are, you just need to make sure you've got the same stats and skills. I don't know how you managed to copy the portrait from character sheet.
That's a portrait of my new... Right.
Yeah.
There you get the little windows.
Okay, so you're the owlbear. Oh, of course, you click on the picture and then you drag it, don't you? I'm an idiot. Yes. I forget you can't just drag pickies on anymore. You actually have to open up another.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to find a Tasmanian devil portrait.
Yeah, I'm also going to have to remember how to get the bloody thing into into the game because I
tell you what, I've just worked it out. Your Tasmanian devil looks like a skunk. There you go.
Fair enough. That's close enough.
How many spells do we get?
I will do that when you. You get one spell. You get one spell from each of the 2 spell books. And then you can describe your characters to everyone else when everyone's finished. But we'll get there. Sorry about the lack of automation. It's meant to be nice and smooth and easy. This with pre-generated characters. I spent a long time sorting all that out, but it didn't. Not working. I'm very annoyed.
Right. So I need to. Sorry, I still haven't done a hindrance.
That will be the descriptor. You just need to roll on the descriptor table.
Where the hell is that?
It should have just appeared on your screen because I just shared it.
Ah, right. Okay. Right.
Sorry, I was expecting this to be a nice, easy one where you just had pre-generated. You rolled a dice and I gave you the characters. That's how it worked last time. It was lovely.
Okay. I've got 5 and 2. So does that mean I can choose clumsy or skittish?
Technically, you should only have rolled once. I'm not sure why. You got not 5 and 2. You got 7, which why it rolled 2d6, I don't know. I'll let you.
I sold it to because I thought it was a 2 dice roll because I looked at the 1, 1, 1, 2, 2.
Well, I'll let you. Given that you managed to do that, I'll let you have the choice. The character seats are subtly changed. I've just noticed. That seems to be what I think the issue might be. So they must have done another update. I didn't realise. Okay, there's survival. That gives you 8. So that's got the owlbear.
Actually, I think if I'm playing a Tasmanian devil, I think I should have aggressive.
Go for it. So you're bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a cunning, but I'm trying to find where to plug that into the character.
Okay, so the descriptor cunning will actually. Your sly and crafty, usually, which you've got the overconfidence hindrance. So what you
Okay, I think I can fumble from here.
Yeah, I can find it. Don't you worry. I've got the window open. Yeah, you found it. There we go. Yeah, it's interesting because they give a descriptor, but it's a different name. It's not the actual name of the hindrance, if that makes sense.
Right. And then
what's Arnold? Species is Arnold. Oh, he's a badger.
And then do I get an edge from a roll for an edge as well?
You should have edges already from your species.
Oh yeah. Right, yeah. Got look.
I've just seen something else. See if you open up and go to the book, open up archetypes, look at the attribute values. They're all
interesting. No. I'll have to find out how I fix it. It's a good job we played this because we found out it's broken. I'll get it fixed next year. Okay, so after you've picked your party roll, the last thing you do is you roll once on the narcotic spells and once on the pastoral spells, and you get to pick. It randomly assigns you one spell from each of those spell books. I'm gonna have to give you all the innate.
Sorry, can you share that spell list again, please, Kev?
Yeah. It's part of that table that I've just shared there, the very bottom bit. Down the bottom, it says 2 spell books.
Right. Okay. Roll in the.
And make sure you've also rolled in the. Make sure you've done your party roll as well if you haven't already.
No, I haven't done.
Sorry.
Okay. My role in the party is number 6.
If I had known, if I had brilliant. If I had known it was...
Daniel, I
I'd
split
known it
that
was...
bigger die by 2 die types so you can go faster, longer, then add dodge quick edges for good measure. Excellent. Right, okay, we'll have some of that. So,
Oh,
so he's updated that. That's working.
we're known as Big Brown Beaver. I always remember that was a good spell. You summoned a dire beaver.
Right, so what are you saying about spells?
You roll basically. So you've picked your written creature. You've rolled onto scripture. You've roll. I thought we might have missed out looted gear. You get to roll on the looted gear table. Then you pick your party roll. Then you roll once on narcotic and once on pastoral spells, and then your character is created. And I'm sorry it was a bit more painful than it should have been. Indeed, ill-tempered badger. Right. Actual fact, that's interesting. I'm not seeing the chat appearing in my stream. That's worrying.
Oh, I already have a small quantity of enchanted coke.
That's good. That basically, I do believe that gives you, a pouch containing magical contain. You've got 2 doses. Each dose will give you or a friend 5 powder points, or the effects of a boost trait with a raise. So, so yes. So basically, when your characters are created, I seem to recall critical failure costs a powder point. I'm just going to check. Yeah, so as a forest growling critter whose intelligence comes from magic drugs, your enchanted blender gives you access to abilities and behaviours you don't already see in wildlife. Don't worry about nonsense like character rank, spending points, and buying gear. Instead, re-roll in these tables. While you don't have an arcane background, your enchanted creature gives you access to powder points, the cocaine equivalent, Owlbear equivalent of power points, and you use these points to fuel your powers. Unfortunately, possessing powder points is what keeps you self-aware. Should you ever completely run out of powder points, you revert to a feral beast and charge off into the woods to do animal things. No big deal, right? Just don't spend all your powder points. But there's the rub. Any time you succeed at a vigor roll during the adventure, including soak rolls, you lose a powder point as your body processes some of the enchanted cocaine. Luckily, you can spend a penny to gain 5 powder points back as usual. Other than spending a penny, the only way to recover powder points is by doing more magical blow.
Right, so I've ended up with dodge twice, so do I get improved dodge?
Yes. Seems reasonable to me.
And we start with 10, is that correct?
You should start with 10. If anyone doesn't have the innate power on their character sheet, let me know, because I dragged it onto all your character sheets.
Right. My derived stats and
they won't be unless we'll have to check those out in a minute. Actually, they're so yeah.
My fighting skill has disappeared. Interesting.
Yep, I'll add one now. That's why your stats are wrong. Fighting, 1 fighting skill coming up. There you go. Just need to set it. Just need to set it back to what it should be.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I have the dodge edge only counts when against missile weapons, doesn't it?
It does.
Right. Okay. I'm absolutely convinced that I've missed something, but let's go.
So it's quite straightforward. You should have a hindrance, which you got from the descriptor table. You should have some looted gear.
Yeah.
You should have a party roll. And you should...
yeah, my party roll was speed demon. Where does that go in the character sheet?
It's just something you just put it in your notes or wherever you want to put it. It's just a bit. It's all meant to add flavour to help you come up with how you're going to do your character. it also tells you what. Obviously, it decides how your character is tweaked, and you should have rolled once on narcotic spells, once on pastoral spells. If everyone's done that, then you can introduce your characters while I add all your characters to the party sheet, give you adventure cards and bennies.
Did you just say you roll on both spellbook tables?
You get one spell from narcotics and one spell from pastoral, so you end up with 2 powers.
Okay, in the party roll, I rolled Scout, which gives me the Woodsman edge.
Yes. So under character, you go to edges, and you can either sort of scroll through 3 pages, or you can just type wood in the bottom search bar, and it should just filter everything out, so it just shows you the Woodsman edge.
And I've dragged it into my edges. Now I have 4 of them.
That's good. That sounds good. So now I've got right, you should now all have 3 bennies. I'm going to award everyone a benny because that was more painful than it needed to be.
So painful.
Well, maybe you're right. There you go. So, okay, I'm going across in the order we do have a unicorn. So, going across, starting with Arnold, if you'd like to introduce your character, tell us about the traits you're displaying because of the magical pixie dust, and anything else, your role in the party, and how you're going to help in this heist, which you haven't actually looked at the map yet to work out exactly what the heist is. That's the next thing I shall tell you. But let's do the character introduction, starting with Arnold.
I'm Arnold. As you can see, I'm a badger, and I will pump you up. I will be the one that beats up on the bad guys and makes everything go easy.
Sounds good to me. That brings us to Jiminy Raccoon III.
That's me. I'm the face man.
Okie dokie.
Where Arnold fails, I'll talk.
Also, please, sorry, actually forgot. Also, let the rest of the party know what looted gear you took from the body. Oh, you got a fancy tricord hat. Oh, that's a good one. Arnold, sorry, I forgot to ask what you picked up. Indeed.
That's okay. I've got this stick with this rusty spiky ball on the end of it.
You got the base. Okay, that brings us to flail. That's it. That brings us to Ola. So, Ola, are you there?
Oh, me. I'm Ola. Sorry.
Ola, sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm like Arnold, only I'm bigger.
Indeed, you're the owlbear, aren't you?
To the point where I also found a rusty flail on the body.
Cool, you had 2 of them.
That's quite. Roll again and take something else. Because that's what I actually rolled.
No, I don't see.
Maybe he was a two weapon wielder.
Exactly.
Got one of them.
Exactly. Yeah. That was my thought. So
absolutely fine with that.
Yeah, I'm raring to rip the living Jesus out of something. Just point me at him and he's down.
It's good. That's okay then. That brings us to Riley the Raven.
Okay, I'm your scout for the day. I've got the high-flying eyes in the sky for you.
Sounds good to me. I just need to sort out.
Oh, and what do I do with an old donkey?
You've got an old donkey. It's an ally, so I shall right, the old donkey.
Does like donkey.
Yeah, old donkey. If you look on the main tab, you've got an old donkey as an ally. There you go.
There we go. I was just trying to find out where to drag it to. Thank you.
That's okay. Arnold needs his low light vision, and Arnold is a badger. Main low light vision is missing There you go. That should give you low light vision. There we go. Okay, that brings us to Rudolph.
Rudolph, who this morning was a deer on the leisure park. Leisure that gives me pleasure. Leisure sound the same, don't it? Anyway. So anyway, it's and they snort stuff and things happened and horns birds. And I've got the other 2 antlers. I've got like 1 horn and I'm like magic man. And my job is to run fast. Oh, and start fires. Twisted fire starter.
And last but not least is Taz DeVille.
Hello, I'm Taz. I move fast and I hit things. I appear to have some white powder to spare. But it does give me a bit of wind.
Well, there we go. So, with that, I can close that. I can close that. We're going to have to give you all beddies again. That was too awesome. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance you running out of powder points. Don't you worry. Okay. So, having picked over having finished consuming all the magical powder that you found, apart from the 2 bits that Taz managed to spirit away for safekeeping. Spirit away for safekeeping. You decide it's a time to go back and look again at that piece of paper that has all this really weird symbols on it that now you find you can read and understand. It would appear that there is more of the magical powder in a creepy cave system at the far side of the forest. But according to the notes, it is. There are a number of traps in place. Unfortunately, the notes don't know where the traps are. And apparently, it's patrolled by orb-shaped monsters. The other note states that there's a mysterious spellcaster, a reclusive and enigmatic wizard whose mastery of magic could possibly make him a formidable opponent. It seems to be his base, and that's where he seems to have created these patrolling orb-shaped monsters. But as far as you can tell, that's all you need to worry about.
More.
We just need to hoof it to the cave.
Indeed, you've just got to cross through the forest. Cross through the forest, get to the cave, explore the cave, overcome the traps, try to avoid or defeat the mysterious spellcaster, and watch out for his patrolling orb-shaped monsters. Apparently, does the donkey make waffles? I do believe the donkey is just the donkey that was carrying the pack for the courier. Yeah, grumpy and stubborn old donkey that can be used for transportation. If someone with a small quantity of enchanted cocaine wastes a dose on the donkey, it becomes a sentient ally extra. So yeah, if you give the donkey cocaine, it becomes sentient like you, but otherwise it's just a normal donkey. But it is someone else there. So, do you have a cunning plan for? Do you want to make cunning plans, or do you just want to head through the forest and see what happens?
Oh, I reckon we should be scout.
Yeah, I was thinking of, do a little flight to pick them a nice safe path, so to speak, or at least an easy path through the forest.
Seems reasonable. So, okay, so let's have you
follow the bird.
Who's going to look after your donkey while you're flying? That's the only question, though, isn't it?
I look after donkey. Does look after donkey.
Okay, Riley the Raven's stats, they're non-existent, so sort those out. Archetypes, Raven, traits, 6, 10, 6, D4, D6, athletics D6, common knowledge D6, skills, fighting in of D4. intimidation, notice D6, persuasion D6, stealth D6. Brilliant. Okay.
Notice?
I think notice, yes. You don't have survival or anything else like that, so. I think you might have spotted something there. And you've got Woodsman. Woodsman has +2 survival rolls and stealth rolls made in the wild. That's okay. So you +2 stealth. Hold advantage because all in the wild. Even the cave. And survival you don't have, so that's okay. Okay, Riley. So what you do notice is the first thing you notice is on the most direct path. You notice some weird-looking entity, a creature of some kind. It seems to be searching the area and is probably well worth avoiding. I think I might have to see if I've got one. Yeah. It looks like this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll try to vector the party around that.
So yes, so unfortunately you're going to have to take the slightly longer route through the forest, but that shouldn't be a problem. Also,
is it floating / flying, or is it kind of slurping along the forest?
Oh no, it appears to be sort of moving along at a slow pace, but it seems to be sort of levitating in its nature. Indeed.
So are we saying that we're going round it?
Well, the idea is you've got a choice which way you want to go. The quickest way, or or you could try to avoid it. So, sorting it out here. So,
make path through. Does make path through.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm just trying to. If I do that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's what I wanted to check. So, so if I turn that off again, so I can see it. Share you a map. There you are in the forest, in the clearing. So obviously, going this way is the quickest way to get to the other side of the forest. But unfortunately, the creature that's been spotted is in that direction. So you'll probably want to head that way, but it's really up to you which way you want to go.
Oh, does have idea. You wait here. Does make distraction. And with that, Taz starts to spin and move off in the direction of this beastie.
Okie dokie.
Oh. And he's going to. He goes.
Have we decided that we're going to attack it then, rather than go the other way?
No, Taz, move. So I'm going to get on the path in front of the thing.
Yeah.
And basically about, I don't know, 30, 40 feet away or whatever, and go, and basically blow raspberries and things, get its attention, and trying to get it paying attention to me. Then I'm going to use my super speed and bugger off in kind of this direction and hopefully draw it away.
Okay, and what's everyone else is just going to hide in the trees.
So everybody else can then take the shortest path, and I'll just loop back and catch up with everybody because I have lots of pace, and I also have an interesting little power that I'm itching to try out. But we'll see if we need to do that.
Okay, so you're going to head that way until you see it, which you will do there. What's everyone else doing according to this plan?
Fine.
Okie dokie. Let's have a stealth check from you. Okay, that's a 5. Are you happy with a 5? That's good. Jittery Raccoon is Riley the Raven is obviously just that's an 18, which is absolutely fine. The Owlbear gets a 4. 6 good rolls. That just I can see a unicorn and a badger stay and an old donkey who's going to wander over here right now. What are you two up to?
Arnold is going to dig into the ground right where he is. He's just going to disappear underground.
Oh, you're going to burrow, are you? Okay. Still be a stealth roll.
Suppose we better hide then. Hide then.
Still need a stealth roll.
Well, yeah, because if you don't hide your stuff well enough, you know what I mean. Obviously, you're going to be a mound. Is what I'm saying. You leave a mound behind, which is fine. And I just need a stealth roll from the unicorn.
But my face glows, man.
Exactly. That's all good. You obviously you rolled a 1 there, so it's up to you. It's up if you want to. You can spend a penny a re-roll if you want to. In the meantime, let's see what Taz gets up with.
What do you want?
Glowy face, man.
You can see the patrolling orb. Let's see if I can change the icon for patrolling orb-faced monster. You should be able to with the new picture options. So if I unlock that, and then no, I can't.
It looks like a truly horrible thing to behold.
Yes.
So I'm going to put everyone but Taz on hold. And see what happens.
Little thing at the top of the carriage.
Yes. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? On the is it only have they added it to the main sheet? Because before it was only on the mini sheet. Yeah. Good. Okay, Taz, you're up. You get to react before the patrolling orb-shaped monster.
Yes, so I'm just literally sort of stand in front of it and go and get its attention, and then insult it in Taz language.
Okay.
And he goes, and then he stops to translate for himself because of his new higher intelligence, and he says, "I say, old boy, you've got more eyes than a rotten potato." At which point he hopes that his goading has attracted the attention of the beastie, and then he buggers off at high speed in the other direction.
Seems very reasonable to me. You don't have taunt, so I think you're going to see how persuasive you can be.
Do you have persuasion? That's a 5.
Well, you've definitely you haven't managed to distract it or make it vulnerable, but it's definitely going to give chase.
Good, that's what I wanted.
So, decision to confront the creature. The eyes have it.
That's a bit awful. I love it.
That's one funny.
So, you casting? Are you casting one of your powers?
Not yet. No. I'm going to keep my powder dry on that. I've got. I have enhanced vigor and I'm just gonna so what? Just make a run roll.
Yep. Make a run roll and then run.
Make a run roll.
So you get pace of 9, I believe, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, that gives me a pace of 9. And where is the beastie?
It should be the over that's just ahead of you. You should be able to see it. You don't get the map.
No, I've got the map. But I'm going to move it. Oh, right.
Basically, he's north of you. Seems to be using the tongue as if, like a bit like to taste the air.
Oh, right. So the beastie's where the 0 is.
Yes.
Right. Gotcha. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what Taz is going to do is he's going to go 1, 2, 5, 7, 9.
Yeah, that's fine. I know it's his 10, but I don't care.
Having had a quick glance around and see that all his so-called mates have dashed themselves away.
Yeah.
So he's over there and he's spinning and arms are flailing and drool and things and just waiting to see if the beastie's following.
No problem at all. Right, I've just worked out where the token is. There we go. Now it looks like it should. So it's got a pace of. So it's going to float. Oh, snap grids on. How annoying is snap? It's going to flow down here and then come around the corner to there. Yeah, I think it's gonna with a notice roll of 30. It's got lots of eyes. I think it might notice the mound in the middle of the area in front of it. I need to see what it can see. Hang on. And see you. So it's going to stare at the mound very hard. The orb's central eyeball shoots out a beam of light that basically hits the ground around the mound where the poor badger was trying to hide. It penetrates into the ground and makes everything really bright. You get to make a vigor check, but I'll give you a +2 bonus because you're underground. Arnold. That's a successful vigor check, however, of course. So you're not stunned. However, you do lose 1 powder point for making a successful vigor check. You come to the conclusion it's obviously spot you. How do you wish to react?
In which case, I will go ahead and, since I'm around, burrow this tree and try to pop out and scare him. What I expect.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not surprised by that.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack him.
Go for it. Yeah. You hit it.
At which point Taz is going, that's not plan.
Ooh, Phoenix. Okay, shake work.
Shake works. Does anyone? Okay, obviously the rest of you that were hiding, the plan was the monster would go by and then you could move. It looks like Arnold's decided that hitting things is a better plan. So if anyone wishes to come off hold, let me know. Rudolph, stay on hold or come off hold?
Nah, let's stick the heat on them.
Okay, I assume that means you're coming off hold. Riley the Raven. Do you wish to stay hidden or do you want to be dealt in next round?
I think I'd be like to be dealt in next round. I can do a little strafing attack on it.
Okay.
Let me at him.
I thought you might say that. It was a good plan, and I'm assuming Jiminy's going to have the same view. So with that, we'll let the cards be dealt. And oh, look at that! You all got a Benny thanks to the Owlbear. Who's going first? Unless, of course, anyone else wants to spend pennies to change their card. If you do, just drop the penny on the card on the combat tracker. Otherwise,
remind me to view the combat tracker.
It's the 2 cross swords, top right hand side.
Long time since I even switched this bloody thing.
Well, I'm very happy that you joined us. Right. Wheeler's going first. Wheeler, Elaine.
I think I'm going to try one of these new powers.
Okay.
And I'm going to this is backcountry. Oh, it has area of effect, doesn't it?
Yes, but you can spend an extra powder. You can spend an extra. Oh, it stopped saying powder point. I must have not logged up. I wonder. Because it should say powder points, not power points. For an extra power points, you can, of course, do select
Select target.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I forgot to load the extension.
I think actually what I will do is
so long since I've done it, I forgot.
Yeah, I think I will raise my right eyebrow at it and cast fire starter.
Actually, no, there isn't an I thought I created an extension to rename, and all it would have done to do powder points to powder points to powder points. I can't find one in the SVN, so maybe I did. Go for it. Oh, that's a fast. It's a fast starter spell there.
And so that's 2d6 of damage. Is that right?
It is. Actually, you actually get the raised dice as well. Actually, because I wasn't paying attention, you would have hit with a raise on a 12. So there'd be a grayed out d6 underneath the chat. If you pick that up and drop it in the chat, it'll roll the damage extra damage dice. Why did I just apply that to Arnold? Okay, so that's 19 points of damage to the patrolling orb. That's going to hurt it. I'm going to spend one of my pennies on that. Ooh. Wow, look at that. I soaked
on fire.
I soaked quite a few rolls there, but it's not enough to save it. Expires. Interesting. Why didn't that do anything? Some nice sound effects there. Oh well, no sound effects today. My sound effects don't seem to be working. Oh well. I'm not having a good day with Fantasy Grounds. They've obviously updated everything. Well, so that's that means you don't need to worry. No, you don't need to navigate around this map as the patrolling orb-shaped monster just turns into a pillar of fire and then basically is instantly reduced to ash. Congratulations. You have succeeded in your first violent act as sentient individuals.
Oh, magic white powder, good.
Okay, I unlock tokens so you can move freely, but obviously you can now just take the shortest route, which is just heading northwards to get you through the forest. Yeah. Don't worry too much. You don't have to do, but it's nice to see you do it. Okay. Well, in that case, as you get to the other side of the forest, can I have some notice checks, please? Righty ho. So, okay, just ahead of you, there's a. Rudolph's obviously too busy looking at the rainbows coming off his single horn to notice, but the rest. The rest of you notice that this area of the forest here, there's a strange smell. You can't place it. You also notice there's definitely
Sorry.
there's definitely you also notice that there does appear to be there's a large number of trees, and they all seem to be lying down sort of in different directions from a central point, and that central point seems to have a sort of large amount of the ground missing, almost like from your point, like a crater of some type. Ola notices hitting the rays that you hear in the distance a loud noise. It's very sharp, but it seems to echo on for a while afterwards. First, you thought it was thunder the way it rumbles, but the first bit was much louder and a bit more explosive in nature. Yes. Also, it's got good scent. We got the fives. Riley obviously is flying around, so can't see much. But the raccoon and the badger, and Arnold actually. Arnold is the badger. Raccoon and Arnold. You can't help but notice there's another smell as well. It's those smells of those strange green humans, the short green humans with lots of teeth and red eyes and evil-looking grins. Sing lots of songs that you didn't know up until now. Something's definitely strange going on around here.
Who does make big hole in ground?
Could those be extra full?
It seems to be basically. It looks like something caused a lot. In the set, let's say these trees are all lying a bit flattened around. It looks like something sort of chucked a lot of earth up and pushed the trees over in a circle around this central.
Taz looks over to Arnold the badger with a look of concern on his face and says, "Is your mother okay?" Pointing at the hole in the ground.
I did lose the one. I was confused by that one for a second there, but I get it now. As I say, it's a strange one. You don't know what's going on there, but I'm sure it's something new. There's always maybe it's a side effect of your new powers, but who knows? But as you head on, I mean, you can see the forest. You can see the trees. You're getting towards the edge of the forest. Up ahead, you can see where the trees get a lot denser. There's a nice big clearing that you can sort of get into the middle of and then stare out from the other side and look out onto the land, those human lands, those dodgy humans are. Off in the distance, you can see Hogwash University and the big city. And off to the other side, you can see what looks like a very tall tower. But what you know nearer than all of those is the cave system. So good. You can head towards the. Clearing if you so wish.
Hey, map just went completely black.
That smell greenskin.
Probably because we don't need the map anymore. You can move on. We can move on. So you've just got to get to the clearing. It'll be good after that, I'm sure. Oh, hang on. No, it's not that. It's that.
Do a wing over it first to make sure that we don't have any other surprises in the clearing.
Well, indeed. Go, by all means, do a flyover. With a notice check.
What's the green things then?
Lunch?
Is that the folks with buzzy things that make trees fall over?
No. When I meant the green.
Oh, greenskins lunch, but only if one at a time.
Okay, so flying. You can see you fly over the clearing. There seems to be two more of those strange holes in the clearing. With mud, with earth all chucked up here and there. But other than that, all seems good. Further on, you do see the cave system, and you do see what appears to be some more those strange small green humans sort of scurrying into the caves. And then that thunder seems to happen from you hear the thunder sort of roll out from across the caves, and something's definitely going on in the caves.
Greenskins have magic powder.
Alrighty, we'll fly back and tell everybody that.
Ooh,
And I guess to warn them about the holes and see what we can do to sneak to the other side of the clearing, I guess.
Actually, I'm just going to go menu, tracker, NPCs, menu, add to tracker, allies. Now I can just add to tracker. Shouldn't have done. Delete from tracker, NPC. Sorry, I'm just sorting something out. Problem with this whole randomness thing is there's a limit to how much work I can get going. So give me a second and I will be ready. Put you in the clearing at least. Hopefully you got the clearing map. Unlock that.
I do like that move button.
What move button?
No, the find token, because it used to be inside.
Yes.
Picture, didn't you? You have to click into the picture and find it in there.
Indeed.
There as well.
It's also it was last update only on the mini sheet, but it seems to have come back now. Just
mini sheet in the and inside the portrait.
I think they've just changed it to a mini sheet button, haven't they? On the character sheet now, up the top. Mini sheet is the 2 arrows. Mini sheet is now those two little right arrows. So basically, I think the reason the archetypes broke is they've updated the character sheets between the last time I tested this, which was a couple of weeks back, and now. But the mini sheet is the icon to the left of the 3 icons on the right hand side.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's not even. It's okay. Well, they've reordered the. It depends how much space you've got, really, isn't it? Anyway, so I've given you the map to the clearing. As you can see, there seems to be 2 more of those strange holes in the ground.
Arnold, can't you move it?
Possibly. We might already be underground, so we can't hear you.
Oh no.
Up on the ground a couple.
He's probably gone AFK, so. And let me hang on.
Anyone else a burrower? There's a badger there now. He has a burrow.
Well,
We heard the new music.
say what you think, mate. Don't sit on the fence.
Wow. Wow.
Seems to be 2 of you as you did that. Oh, they seem to have just broken stuff. Oh, and that bug's back again. Bollocks. The bug's back where if a token goes under the if you put a token goes under a tree icon or something like that, you can't move the token again. What fun. That bug's back. So they've obviously broken something in the update. Okay, right, what I need to do, sorry, I forgot myself, is I need to do and say, let's have some notice check.
Oh, you missed.
I think my fantasy grounds is trying to crash on me.
Okay.
Long time to respond to any.
Okay.
Let's turn off line of sight. We don't. That gives me grief as well. Line of sight should help sometimes. That's okay. What did I get? I got a 4 and a 5. That means everybody's okay. Arnold's okay. Ola's okay. Riley's okay. Let's roll notice for Taz.
Yeah, I've double clicked my notice roll, but it's not actually recognised that I've done that.
Don't worry.
We've got to roll notice. I didn't notice that.
Arnold is going to be.
Arnold already rolled it.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did. Sorry, I'm terrible at noticing. So who hasn't rolled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of you have rolled. Okay, so it looks like the unicorn's going to be surprised. That's it. So I don't know if you want to spend a penny and not be surprised, Rudolph. As a bunch of all around the clearing, goblins start pouring out of the trees towards you.
We spend a penny. There we go. Spend the penny.
Okay, so no one was surprised. Okay, the goblins, or as you think of them, small green humans, charging out of the trees towards you. Basically, that some of them have spiky hair. If I want, they're little green punk rockers. Sure, why not? They come charging out the trees towards you. They all seem to have short swords. They also all seem to have these backpacks on that. Well, sorry, they seem to have ropes tied around their waist that seems to be holding something on their back. Whatever it is they're holding on their back seems to be fizzing and letting off smoke. And when you get a better chance to look, it seems to be a large black ball with like this fizzing piece of wick out the top of it and a flame running down the ball running down the wick towards the large black ball.
Are they accompanied by music that sounds something like dun 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 dun?
Possibly.
You've just described a Ghostbuster to me.
No. Also, some of you are working out. Basically, there does seem to be some writing on each of the little black circles on spheres on the back. Looks like they've all got "boom" written on them.
Well, having no idea what that actually means,
I think you order that at the Acme store.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about that.
Bewildered Badger says Benny's for all. I think they need them. Yes, I think they have been shopping at the Acme store. Okay, Honor gets to go first. Yes, these goblins are running towards you. They seem to have these smoking fuses upon their backs.
Well, it worked so well the last time. I think I'll raise my eyebrow at one.
Okay. Which one do you want to raise an eyebrow at?
Let's go for the Goblin Suicide Bomber number 5.
5. Okay, that one over there.
Yeah.
It does kind of
Bomber number 5.
The names are meant to give it away,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. It's a silly game. You're supposed to know the dangers. Okay. Well, that's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage.
Oh, and I get a +2 for my dice as well, don't I? Or is that in there already?
It's in there already.
Because I had the Joker, right?
Yes, it should be in there. It should be in there already. Okay.
I already calculated it. Good. Okay.
12 points of damage. Okay. That goblin that you targeted. He catches fire and he screams and he goes down. But the large black sphere on his back just goes boom with a loud crack, and the goblin vanishes. But there definitely seems to be a crater left behind. Crater isn't big enough, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Do you wish to move?
No, I think I'll stay put.
Okie dokie.
And defend against something that might decide it wants to run at me.
Okay,
well, that was the thing that knocked over the trees.
I won't stand in that.
Arnold's up next. You got 2 jokers. Wow. Arnold. Are you with us, Arnold? Or are you still AF?
Yeah, Arnold is wanting to go up close, but not wanting to go up close. So,
well, don't forget the only reason. Don't forget the only reason that goblin went boom is because someone basically heated the large backpack.
Well, someone did set fire. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So Arnold's gonna. Oops. Don't have. On.
There should have. Yeah, you should have.
Arnold's gonna. Yeah, it didn't first time. Arnold's gonna dart over here to this one, and give him a bite.
Okay.
Really?
Okay, you got him. So I'm just cheeky. I think it's going to let me do what I wanted it to do. Hang on. Edit. Let's try that one more time. I want to change that to a rectangle. Do that. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so that goblin goes down. Yeah, that goblin goes down and is incapacitated.
Yep. I just beat his head off. Kind of chewing on a little bit. Crunchy.
Okay. Okay, bomber number 3. Where's bomber? Showing up. So bomber number 3, obviously, was the one I. Bomber number 3 is going to run, screaming as he goes, "Ah!" And he gets to there. In fact, actually, he won't even get that far because he has to get over the bomber. Traitor, rather. Goblin suicide leader is going to just come. He's going to run. Suicide leader, just normal suicide bomber. He's going to come running here. He swings his short sword at the unicorn. I don't like horses! And misses. Possibly tripping over himself as he goes. It's not that bad. And looks like Arnold's going to have fun and get hit again here. Another short sword attack. Oh, no, these goblins are obviously useless. I'm going to attack Jiminy Raccoon the Third instead. My goblin, these dice are terrible, aren't they? Okay, Taz, you're up next, sir.
Right, so Taz is going to come steaming over here. And he's going to attack Goblin Suicide Bomber number 2 badly. Right, hang on, we're going to Benny that, I think.
I guess. Yes.
Right, sorry, I thought I was going to. Yeah, right.
Which you might not have. You might not have set up. No, you do. You got bite and claw.
No, I do.
You got bite and claw, so you can choose to bite or claw him.
We're going to claw him. I think we rolled some 4s. Good Benny.
Yeah, but you got to roll the attack first. I'll let you keep the damage, but you got to hit him. So you need to roll the bite. You need to roll the dice to the left of claw rather than the damage dice to attack first.
Yeah.
That's a hit. There we go.
Right, there you go. So,
okay, that's an incapacitated goblin. I can't turn over. There you go. That's incapacitated goblin. Nicely incapacitated. Okay. Do you want to move after that?
Yeah. If I have the movement capacity left, I will come over here.
Okay. No problem at all.
Just so that one can't go and gang up on my my unicorn buddy.
Indeed. Goblin suicide bomber on A11 is incapacitated. That gets us to Rudolph. Rudolph, are you there?
Rudolph. Let's be stupid. Multi-action, wild attack.
Okay.
Let's.
You do know that at some point during this adventure, you're going to have to try and stick that horn up something fast.
Yeah, well, we're going to start eating this guy here.
There, that is.
That's a hit with a raise. It's not the same without the sound effects. I don't know why they're not working. I'll have to look into that.
There you go. Get it up, you. He takes 4 wounds.
He takes 4 wounds. He does indeed. It's the end of Suicide Bomber. And he goes. Lie the other way, shall we? Lie down the other way. He's incapacitated.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Beat him. Oh, that way is it. Go on, roll the dice. Roll the dice. Go on. Mixing it by up. Oh, he's getting up him and off and that. Pleasure in your leisure and all that. Speedy. Woo.
Another incapacitated goblin. Middle mouse button seems to not be working over. I'm not having fun today. All my nice little shortcuts I'm like used to aren't working. Okay. Don't forget to end your turn, Rudolph, unless you're doing some more movement. There's a dropping like flies. Okay, well this goblin's going to come over here. Swing his short sword at Arnold. And miss. Gets us to Riley and the old donkey.
I'm going to go attack on number 6 here.
Go for it. Middle mouse button is not jumping to the NPC on the combat tracker. Very annoying.
I hit.
No.
Nope.
Given the bennies, Mr. GM, certainly Mr. Panzerama, sir.
Thank you, Pants Grandma.
Do you wish to spend a benny to try again?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Second. There we go. Using a pen.
Hold up. Before you go any further, let's actually give you your attacks on your combat tab so you actually make them. You're a raven. Combat. So
I was just going to use my fight button, but okay.
Well, no, because that technically that isn't attacking. That's using your fighting skill as a test. So on the combat tab, you should have bite claw now.
Your mouse button is doing something.
It's just centering its middle mouse button is centering the combat tracker on the currently selected target as far as I can tell. Okay, that's a hit with raise, right?
If I click on Ola at the top.
Yes.
On Riley.
Yeah. Okay, you shake the you shake the goblin. Good.
Can't get it. I can't get it.
No, they've obviously tweaked something in it. It's a kill and thingy. Okay.
Is anybody starting to write stuff down? Because I'm starting to write stuff down.
Now I just scream and shout at them all later. Not really. Okay. Goblin suicide
Well,
bomb.
Donkey
Oh,
is
sorry,
gonna
goblin.
just
Yep,
move-
goblin. Yep, donkey. I apologise.
Just going to move out of the way of every.
Okie dokie, seems sensible to me. Okay, suicide bomber is incapacitated. Jiminy the Raccoon the Third. There's a shaken goblin next to you. Mm. Go for it. I missed. Yeah. Hey, you incapacitate him. Goblin goes down. Okay, that gets me to... Well, I've got another goblin suicide bomber over here. Who's going to have to run 8? He skirts around the edge of the crater, but he only gets... I've got another one over here. He's going to have to run as well. 4. 9 gets into there. He attacks Raven. Riley the Raven, I should say. Missing. He's got a long way to run, this goblin over here. I should say. Oh, he can reach Arnold the Badger. And misses. Suicide bomber number 4 is on the map. On the map. Run. 10. Into there because it starts clambering up the sides of the crater. And that gets us to this one. Yeah. There we go. Right, Fancy Grounds is definitely going a bit on the slow side there. So, new round. You're picking them off nice and fast. Ooh, dear. Looks like I got a joker this time. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And it's an incapacitated goblin. How annoying is that? However, goblin goes boom. Hughes, the burning things goes inside the black sphere on the incapacitated goblin's back.
Yep.
Arnold is shaken. Goblin's suicide bomber number 1 is wounded by the blast. Goblins, the other suicide bombers also wounded by the blast. However, this probably caused an interesting cascade.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Okay. So we'll put a crate. We'll put a crate out of that. Oh, hang on. Open the paint up. Go to there. Go to the stamp. Creator on. Set the size to 2. There we go. That's a better size. There's a nice crater. Go back to game mode, and then I can delete this one because he's blown himself up. Okay, so that suicide bomber is incapacitated, and good. And the other one was also incapacitated at the blast. And then Arnold is shaken. Good. Right. So next up is Jiminy Raccoon. Jiminy Raccoon goes on hold. Okay. Goblin Suicide Bomber. Number whatever. 8. He's going to move there and attack Taz. Hitting Taz with his short sword. Shaking Taz.
Oh.
Oh. And then goes boom.
Oh.
Okay, so that will be a black powder bomb goes off doing a wound to Taz and shaking. You most certainly can. Sure, tough. Actually, if you spend a penny to unshake, you'll just be shaken. Or you could soak and attempt to be completely unshaken and not wounded at all.
Yeah, don't soak it.
Don't soak it.
Penny to unshake. Then you're guaranteed to be successful.
Right.
Because the only reason you've taken a wound.
Bigger roll, mate.
Yes. Yeah, you'll use it. Yeah, that's a very good point. So you spend a penny to unshake. So therefore, the net result is you're shaken, basically. Right. Goblin Suicide Bomber blows up. Now, I do believe Goblin Suicide Bomber number 3. This jumps to Ola. That's where the combat is. No. Suicide Bomber. Oh, already. That's fine. I'll worry about that later. Okay, Ola, you're up. The goblins are. Oh, I forgot to put.
I think I will use this is Bat Country.
Okay.
On the 2, it's an area of effect, right?
Yes.
So I would like to tag the 2, which is Goblin Suicide Bomber number 9 and Goblin Suicide Bomber number 2. If I can get them in the blast template and send a bunch of bats at.
They are actually incapacitated. They're just lying on the ground with that.
Are they?
Yeah,
okay.
They're only lying. No, they're incapacitated. And the only reason I'm leaving them on the map is because although they're out of the fight, the strange fizzy thing on their back is still strangely fizzing.
Oh, okay. Then the backcountry is not going to work very well on them. In which case, I will. I make that an area back. I can double the range. I can increase the damage, but I cannot make that an area effect.
That goblin there's and that goblin there are the standing ones. the other ones. Well, there's 3 left standing.
Okay, then I will move to. Yeah. I think I will not do the backcountry thing, and I will go over to Goblin Suicide Bomber number 12, who is not incapacitated.
God, that's good stuff.
And I will hug him and squeeze him and pet him and call him George.
Okie dokie.
And that is that goes as an unarmed. Is that correct? Or is that a claw club bite? No, I'm not attacking. I was grappling. So...
That's just an athletics roll.
Oh, okay.
To grapple him, if you want to give him a bear hug. You've got 11. You've got 12 pennies.
Yeah.
Basically, that's 60 powder points.
There we go. There's an 8.
And that would be opposed by his athletics, not agility. Okay, so you successfully well, actually, you grapple him. You've got him bound up tight. Okay, so I get distracted, and we'll also make him bound. You've got him held really tight. Nicely done. Got hold of him. Right. This goblin over here. You go bang. With there's no impact on any players, fortunately. The crater there as he goes bang. And then delete him. This goblin here is completely shaken, bound, and everything else. Unfortunately, as you're holding on to him and starting to squeeze him, and his eyeballs are popping out of his head.
I'm coming off hold.
The fuse. The fuse.
Is that enough?
That's enough.
Run far.
Yeah, that's all you need.
What I'm doing.
Okay, so he targets himself as well, doesn't he? So let's do his powder. He goes boom. So Ola's shaken. All that thick fur protects you. Ola, Ola doesn't take a wound. It's because I made the mistake of applying the shaken. So don't worry about that one. Riley the Raven takes 2 wounds as he's obviously hit very badly. And that should be on the Goblin Suicide Bomber. Basically. No more. Tablets back to stamp. Crater there. Game mode. So that's the end of that goblin. Ola is not wounded. So Riley, I'm afraid that goblin explodes and it hurts. You take 2 wounds, but you can soak it if you want.
So can I spend a penny? So that's spend penny time, right?
It's spend a penny time and make a vigor check. Make a vigor check. I don't know why it's showing you on the old donkey, but I won't worry about that. You don't need to spend 2.
Sorry, I had this, somehow it had got the donkey selected as opposed to me. Here, let me try that again.
That's okay. Just make the vigor roll on your character sheet. Don't worry. You spent the donkey doesn't have Benny, so don't worry about it. I'm giving you 2 back. Just on your character sheet, make a vigor roll, and we can key it all in. I'll do that, and then give you a Benny back. You got a 23, so you're fine. You fly out the way at the last second, avoiding the blast of the goblin. That brings us to Rudolph, it would appear. Rudolph?
Rudolph.
Having skewered a goblin. If anyone's still got unexploded goblins near them and they're going after goblins, they might want to spend bennies to jump up the goblin.
I can move. That's what I'm looking at the minute. I can move. Taz can move. He's got one guy who might chase him. And then
Taz has got a plan, so don't worry about me.
So the Raven moves last.
Yep.
You can spend a Benny and drop it on your card if you want to. Try and get a better card.
No, I've got a plan.
Okay. Rudolph's got a plan.
So all we need to do really is take care of number 4, which I'm sure Taz can do, and then run away.
That's my plan.
Right. Oh, he's a mad thing. Why don't I just run to there?
Okay.
Can I cast teleport on?
Would you be able to get either the owlbear or the raven out of the way of the?
That's what I was going to do. That's my plan. I was going to cast teleport on the raven.
You most certainly can cast teleport on the raven. Don't forget, you can, for extra power points, do additional recipients, so you could teleport the raven and the owlbear. Size doesn't matter in this game, by the way. You're all just assumed to be sort of the same size. Even though we know a raven's considerably smaller than an owlbear. It's just one of those things we don't think about.
I think a small burst. A small burst template. I'll cut it. Look at that.
Oh, you're gating it instead.
No, I'm just working it out. So yeah, I'm going to try and teleport both of them. Because both in. I'll let you work out the modifiers. I'll just
4 power points. 3 power points. 2 power points to cast teleport, and 1 powder point for an additional recipient. So 3 powder points total.
Okay. So let's have a see if it works. Oh yes, I use my innate unicorn ability of teleport.
Okay, you can move both of them up to 12 inches.
12 inches away. I think at the corner. Okay, is the ideal place.
Just give us a ping type thing where you want them.
Just teleport them at the corner.
Okay. So they suddenly. So Ola and Riley. All of a sudden, you get all this sparkly stuff falls in front of you, and then you suddenly feel yourselves whisked away, and then you reappear on a different part of the wood of the clearing. Almost.
Smell LSD in that.
with a sound effect that I can't do, but if I did do, would probably sound very reminiscent of classic Star Trek. Arnold, you're up, sir. Those fuses seem to be very, very. Those burning fuses seem to be very, very short. Arnold.
Taz can run away.
Oh yeah. That's fine. They're very short. Arnold is going to walk down to here. And then if I were to cast Hazy Shade of Winter, which quote, everything in a medium burst template is coated in a fine sheet of slippery ice and fogged in by freezing mist. If I were to cast that, would it put out fuses?
I don't see why not.
So if I were to cast it there so that it misses Taz, and he can play around all he wants to.
Yeah, hang on, you've got something. I'm just trying to work out why you don't have dice for powers.
Trying to work out why who what?
Trying to work out why you. There we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out why your powers didn't have dice. That's all. There we go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how come they didn't have dice either. So
that's fine. It's all fixed now. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So you're casting
Hazy Shade. Basically, it's slow on both of those little guys. And
yeah, but
their fuses.
For an extra power point, yeah, I'll let you change the trapping effect. So it slows. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. No. You can spend 4. Sorry. Yeah, you're slowing the fuses so they won't go off for a round. Yeah, is what will happen. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
You're doing it on which 2?
Who's that? That is number 4 and number 3.
Okay, these 2 down here. Okay, that's fine.
Correct.
So, boom is delayed by 1 round. Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood. And Taz is no longer shaken. So yeah, the fuses were like really getting really close to the bomb, and they seem to have suddenly paused. They're still burning, but they don't seem to be moving as fast as.
Oh. Right, Taz.
Yeah.
What's the scale here? Because there's no grid. Is the sort of surround of the tokens accurate-ish?
Yes. Yeah.
The movement. Right. Okay. So Taz is going to pick up the one nearest to him.
Yep.
And then he's going to hit this one, Goblin Suicide Bomber number 4, with the one that's already shredded from the last round, and he was fairly comprehensively shredded. Basically, the idea is what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here with the body. I'm going to smack this guy with it, and then leave the 2 of them, hopefully, on the ground with bombs about to explode, and then I'm going to bugger off that way.
I like the sound of that. Okay, so it's just enough.
So he's going to arm himself.
So I think it's a multi-action. Unless drawing the goblin from the ground is a free action, it's basically I'm drawing away.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. All you need to do is... you're just picking up the goblin, aren't you? It's no problem at all. So I've just targeted the wrong goblin. That's what I'm realising. So if I just target that goblin instead, you can basically... That sounds like you're using goblin as an improvised weapon, really, doesn't it? So make a fighting roll. We'll turn it into a test.
Yeah, turn it into a test. And then you're armed, and then go off its legs, and you can leg it. Give the man a hand.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. Right, hang on. All right. Drag it.
You should be able to drag a Benny and drop it on the fighting skill, yes. Or you could. I'm not
No,
sure.
it's not.
Just,
I don't know what those.
Sure, I don't know what this. Why I'm not sure how you managed to give me shortcuts to your
however,
characters.
it's not taken a penny off of that. So, oh, there we go. That's a much better fighting role.
That's a much better fighting role. Okay.
Yeah.
So the goblin. I'm going to treat it as a test. The goblin completely fails to get out of the way. You smack the incapacitated goblin into the okay goblin. Do you want to make it distracted or vulnerable?
Distracted, because I need him to basically be, decked and, he's got
Indeed.
his mate on top of
Yep,
him.
that's absolutely fine.
And an extra bomb.
Yeah, and he's shaken. So,
Yeah.
so you can move away freely without any problems as you literally throw the first goblin into the second goblin, leaving him with a pile of slowly burning goblins, and you scamper out the way. That was a good plan. I like that plan.
Giggling and putting his fingers into his ears.
Okie dokie. I'm going to end your turn. That gets us to goblin number 7, who goes boom. Obviously, no effect because there's no one up there, but I'm just going to roll just to see how bad it would have been. It would have, yeah, I didn't know he was still targeting Arnold, so I'm not going to worry about that. But he goes boom. Like so. And then we'll delete him. Goblin bomber. Oh, okay, the goblin you just distracted. Shaken is remaining shaken. He's not going boom just yet, so that's fine.
Is that crater part of the thief?
Hang on. FG regional map decorations crater. So no.
Well, you could make that their def.
Yeah, if I was thinking about it, I would do that in the next. But no, I think it's part of an art pack, so I don't think I can. That's the only thing. I mean, I could, but you know what I mean.
There's a couple of art packs. Free art.
Yeah. I'll have to load up my dev box and see what tokens it's got. Bang. 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 And Riley is last to go, but on the other side of the map. So yeah, the place is. I mean, to be honest, the fight's technically over. So Riley, what are you up to? I'll just detonate the last 2 goblins after Riley's go.
I'm going to do basically a once over the area with my flying and make sure that we're done with them. Or,
Okie dokie.
No more unpleasant surprises.
No problem at all. Bang and bang. As the last 2 goblins will detonate as you just delayed the there we go. Oh, peace and quiet returns to the clearing. Although it's a lot more cratered than it was before.
How do I see?
Are these guys Mujah Green?
No. You have to think about that one.
That was good. I like that. Okay.
So how do I become unshaken?
It's automatic at the end of a fight. No problem at all.
Okay.
And
Yep.
they're all cards. Well, after that, that was the obstacle. You didn't know that a cult of suicide bomber goblins have invaded the area, but you've dealt with them rather effectively. So now you can get on with the actual heist. So,
Find a way out of this clearing and into those caves.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different entrances to the cave system from your observations. It's like basically it's the cave. It's a huge hill. It's like a huge mound, and there seems to be 5 entrances dotted around. 2 on the west side, 2 on the north, and 1 on the east. You wish, so you can decide if you want to all approach together or take different paths in. It's really up to you guys.
Well, splitting the party is never good. So just let's pick a door, shall we say?
Yeah, splitting the party is never a good thing. So let's split up.
No, we're not splitting up. That's what Arnold loves.
All right, I'll take the east entrance.
Yeah. The east entrance, the one all by itself, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I like the east entrance. It's all by itself.
In which case, Arnold wants to go in the west entrance.
Northwest, the western entrance to the north, or the western entrance to the south.
The western entrance to the north.
The western entrance to the north. So everyone is going in the east entrance, apart from Arnold, who's going in the western north entrance.
Taz is going to stick with Arnold.
Yeah, see, we both know what we're doing, how to have fun doing all this.
One wanders up to him and says, "Wherefore do you go alone?"
We'll meet you in the middle.
I'm not going alone. I'm just going the fun direction.
Oh. Fun.
Okay, then assets. That. Like that one. Do that. And drop that on. So. Okie dokie. So. I think that works. Okay. So first things first then, as you head into the tunnel systems, basically as you walk in the east entrance and the west entrance almost simultaneously, because you timed it perfectly, you both realize after you passed by something that there seemed to be some sort of completely invincible magical sensor that you had no chance whatsoever of discovering. And all of a sudden, basically every oh, hang on, done something and I lost what I did. Sorry, lost my train of rated. Yes, I did. So if I add to tracker, there we go. Then I can put them on hold. That's good. So, as basically you both enter, suddenly the exits behind you disappear. They become solid stone. And all of a sudden, an unnecessarily complicated number of pistons and pumps start. You hear the sounds of them whirring and spinning. And ahead of you, all you see is like sections of the wall smashing together horizontally and vertically. You see rows of spikes coming out of the ground and rolling back in. It is without doubt the most complicated and stupid set of traps you can possibly imagine, and you've got to get through them all. Because why not? So this will be a... Yes, basically, yeah. Exactly. Well, it's like every pulp thing you've ever seen, isn't it? Well, you've got ridiculous traps. The walls will be pushing in somewhere. Other places there'll be spikes coming out the walls. So this will be a dramatic task. You will have
Shut off all the garbage compactors and level.
exactly. You will have 3 rounds to get 5 tokens to pass through all of the traps and get onto the actual map in an uninjured state. Each token under 5 you get, you will take a wound. And being a dramatic task, it's going to be each of you will be basically. Unfortunately, as part of the magic, what actually happened? You can assist each other if you really want to, but obviously, if you haven't got the tokens, obviously if you've got your 5 tokens, then you can assist someone else. But if you haven't got the tokens, you might want to look after yourselves. You can basically, as long as you can justify a skill, or you can use powers, of course, to nullify stuff. It's all about successes and raises. Each success will get you 1 token. Each additional raise will get you an additional token. It's your chance to go wild with narrative explanations of how you're dealing with the traps and justifying the skills. So have fun with it. So let's see what happens.
So I have a life in the fast lane power.
Okay.
I want to use that to pump up the speed of everybody in the party so we can evade things easy.
Well, you can do that as your action if you want to, but you only got 3 rounds to. You can multi-action it, of course. You only got the 3 rounds to get the 5 tokens. But obviously, I will allow. Sorry, I'm misinterpreting that. Yes, you can do that as a narrative thing to give tokens to yourself and other people. But Jiminy, what are you doing first? We'll go down in order of initiative, bearing in mind I'm not going to say if you fail on a club, you fail. I'm going to say if you've got a club, you'll have a -1 on your actions for this round. Therefore, if you want to deal yourself another card to get rid of clubs, you can spend pennies as you want. But clubs, it won't cause you to totally fail. It will just give you a -1 penalty on your turn. So, Jiminy, at the moment, you're up first.
I can't persuade my way out.
Persuade's probably the one thing. Well, if you could come up with a very clever way of how you can use persuade. You've got a donkey with you and stuff, so.
Okay, I just spent a penny for a new card, but except the old one.
That's absolutely fine. It is changed to it changes to a jack on the tracker, so you're absolutely fine. Don't you worry. So you could possibly persuade the donkey to do something because it's with you. I will allow that.
What are you trying to stop us all flying off at a tangent and get ourselves a bit organised?
And not do it. What about persuasion?
As have idea.
At the expense of, as I say, at the expense of getting yourself any tokens this round. Yes.
Tokens, I'll give everyone a.
Yes. For this, for this, you can. I'm going to allow you to support multiple people. Okay. Actually, I've got a very interesting way how I'll do this. So that a 9 would get you a success. A 9 would get you 2 of the 5 tokens you need. Yeah. So for what you can boost 1 person and keep 2 tokens, or you can for each point. Basically, for each person you want to give a +1 bonus to, you'll take a 1 off your die roll. And that will decide how many tokens you got left. I think that's how I'm going to do this. It's completely random, but I think it sounds fun. Because that way you still get tokens, but it's at your choice to how many tokens you get and how much you help everyone else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I want to help everyone.
Do you need to get 5 per round or 5 in total?
5 in total after 3 rounds.
Right.
As I say, you'll only worst case is if you get no tokens by the end of it, you'll take 5 wounds, and of course, which technically you can't. Well, you can soak them afterwards, I suppose. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So you will help. There's 1, 2, 3 other people. So that will cost you 3 of your 9. So you'll still get 1 token, but everyone else gets a +1 bonus. Riley, you're up, sir.
Okay, so I need to get through this pathing, and I'm wondering, should I use like a notice to sit down and find the right route, or do I want to try my
whatever you want? Whatever you want. As I say, basically, just sitting there and analysing the trap still gets you tokens, because the point is you're working out how to the timings of things. So if you want to spend the whole round analysing the trap and get a good notice check, that gets you tokens. That's the whole idea of dramatic tasks. It's you're deciding how to deal with the problem.
Right. So let's do the notice.
Go for it. That will get you no tokens. You need a 4. Oh, sorry, tell a lie. You got a +1 bonus, so you have got a 4 there. That will get you 1 token. But if you want to re-roll and see if you can get an 8, which you only need a 7 because of the persuasion bonus. 6 is good. Still gets you 1 of the 5 tokens you need. It's good. You've got a sense of how the trap works. And Rudolph teleporting doesn't get you through all the traps, unfortunately. It's a very long line of traps, but it will, of course, advance you and get you tokens.
I think what I'll do is I will just push the first trap out of alignment and see if it catches the second one. It's like one of these rogue dogs.
Okay.
It'll have a cascade effect that go down the line, jamming each.
Indeed. Obviously, there's dozens of traps, but go for it.
Yeah, let's have a run up it, and push it.
Go for it.
A bit of a gallop.
Ooh. Well, the selection of trap you got 4 tokens off that roll.
Well, he's got a +1.
He's got 5 tokens off that roll.
It's a Owlbear Goldie machiney thingy. You bump it and that one hits that bracket, and then that bracket falls over and hits one on the left, and then the left one tips over, the water comes out of that, and the thingy, see that and all that. Pleasure, see what I mean?
So from your perspective, obviously you've got 3 rounds to navigate, but you obviously set off enough traps to have a nice way through, but you can still support other people for the other 2 rounds, of course. That gets us to Ola.
Hola. Will you a notice roll to take a look at what Rudolph just did to see if I can duplicate it.
Sounds good to me. Oh, 16 because you got a +1 bonus. That gets you 4 tokens. You trigger a load of traps in a very dynamic way. Now it looks like we're going to head to the other side of the map and see what's going on. Taz is up.
Okay, so Taz looking at all these traps and things, and he turns to Arnold and says, "Oh, that's an idea. Oh. Now then, what am I rolling for my arcane skill here? Because I have powers, but I don't know what arcane skill I would.
I think it's
smart.
Well, I'm not sure if it is smart because it's spirit, actually. It's spirit.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Excellent. Okay, right. So I'm going to cast Gord's Gravity Gale. Creates a localized gravitational distortion on the targets, causing them to gently float and fly under their own direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
You're obviously doing that on the swinging axes all ahead of you.
Or do I cast it on myself and Arnold and we just fly through?
Again, either way, as I say,
see the devastation. If we can see the devastation happening at the other end of the trap,
yeah.
Then let's target the trap itself.
Yeah. Obviously, there's lots of traps. You're obviously depending on, like I say. So what will happen is, yeah, you'll cast the power, and that will decide how many traps you disable. As in, once you know what I'm trying to say. It's all
Yeah. Okay.
theatre of the mind stuff.
So, on my powers tab, I started off with 10 power points. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's only going to cost you. It's only going to cost you the 3 power points to cast Gord's Gravity Gale.
Did we all get the +1 modifier?
You won't have done, no, because you went through a separate entrance to the other everyone else.
Okay, that's fine. Right. So we are activating Gord's Gravity Gale.
Mm-hmm. That'll get you 1 token.
I'm going to throw a Benny at that. Let's see if we can do it.
Go for it.
For some reason, the drag and drop of Benny does not seem to be working.
That's absolutely fine. I'm not a stickler for the rules. You popped it in the chat. You can roll. Yeah. I'm very much of the theory is in a face-to-face game, there's no automation, so you don't automate a fencing match. I don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? We've got a massive stack of bennies.
45 minutes of game time left, so you're well past the halfway point. Don't crit fail.
Right. Okay. Stick. So I got 7.
You got what?
Actually,
7?
no, I get 8 because I get a plus. Oh no, I don't get the +1. No, we said that.
You get 7.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Yeah, as I say, all those swinging axes suddenly float up and you nobble that trap in front of the 2 of you. Arnold, are you spending a Benny to change the 2 of clubs? Or are you AFK?
You know what? Arnold is gutsy enough. We're just going to keep it right where it is.
Okay. As I say, it won't cause you to fail the task. It's just a -1 this round because you've obviously hit a very fiendish, very fast-moving trap or something along those lines. Harder to avoid. Yeah.
And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the round kind of standing there staring at it, seeing if I can get the count to whatever's going on.
Okay. Oh, obviously you do. Getting a 10. Oh no, you put the -1 in, getting an 11. Getting you 2 tokens. Nicely done. So having got the count, the 2 of you advance on the left-hand side. Huge amounts of traps have been nobbled on the right-hand side as you all advance, but it's all theatre of the mind. But unfortunately,
I don't think they're traps. I think they're plastic cones that we're just knocking over because this is. Is that what it is? Is that plastic cones and things?
Okay, so Taz, it turns out you're up first. Although you do have the King of Clubs, which means you've got another bunch of fiendish, horrible traps unless you want to try and get rid of that club. It's up to you.
Well, we'll try and get rid of that club as well.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 4 diamonds. So we'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Ola's first, having knocked down having followed the unicorn suggestion that all of you are able to run through quite a few traps there.
Okay. I guess I'll take point on this one and use I think I'll just use my fighting and bat them out of the way as I go through.
Okay. Yes. Yep. That's fine. Yep. Yes.
Get my owlbear on and.
Yeah. So this section of trap, if you're usually fighting, then the section of traps before you seems to be what happens is these animatronic swordsmen come out and start trying to stab you with the swords, and you just use your claws to parry all the swords out of the way. So go for it.
Mm.
You're on 4 tokens. You only need a 4 to succeed. Doesn't technically?
Well, that's not going to work.
Yep. Don't forget. Don't forget. Sorry to cut across you there. Technically speaking, you've got 4 of the 5 tokens you need to get through the trap unscathed. So if you can sort of, you don't actually suffer any effects of failing this round. You'll still get through the trap. It's just you don't make much progress through the trap. You spend all your time parrying the attacks. You don't get that far.
But
it's up to you which way you want to go.
Benny, so I think I'd like to use the Benny and try it again.
Be my guest.
It is not meant to be.
It's not meant to be.
It is. If
I'm
going to roll the same number twice.
That's fine. As I say, you only need one more token and you got a round to get it, so you should be okay. As I say, these are nasty hard traps. Okay, that brings us to Arnold, who's on 2 of the 5 tokens needed, Arnold. But at least they're not so fiendish ahead. Your timing was good and you got through those fiendish traps.
So now I like the idea of just bashing. So since that's kind of my pattern, we're just going to start bashing them out of the way.
Okay, yeah, you two are just...
We're going to Benny that. No, we're going to Benny that.
Issue 3 of the 5.
D10, I've got to Benny that. I've got a friggin' D10 in fighting. I mean, I should get at least 2 out of it. There we go.
I think you just bashed your way through the rest of the traps. You have 9 tokens.
Can I help somebody else with some of that?
I will. Yeah. Well, you can spend up to 4 of those. I'm going to say you can spend up to 4 of those points to help Taz if you want. Which,
okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
It means you've only got 8 tokens at the end of it. I'm just making these rules up as we go along. As long as it's fun, who cares?
Okay.
So Taz, you get a +4 bonus this round. Okay, Rudolph, you have actually got the 5 tokens and you need to get through. So obviously you just disable all the traps as they come through. So
I'm
you
just going to stand here looking smug and look for anybody who needs help.
Okay, how do you wish to help your opponent? Okay, so obviously, you with a 6, you could spend up. You can spend up to 6 of those points giving assistance to anybody on your side of the map.
I've already got the 5, so I'll spend all 6.
Yeah.
As I smugly going, oh look, you missed a bit. Oh, look, if you see that one over
there. So do you want to get? Okay, there's 4 of you over here. So you just want to give +2 to everyone except yourself.
Yes, everybody gets +2.
That's fine. That's fine. But that's absolutely fine. So yeah. Taz,
I've already taken my turn though on this round.
Oh, you save it for the next roll. That's the point. It's like a support roll. Okay. Yep, that's okay. Okay, Taz, you've got the maximum support bonus of +4. How are you going to deal with the traps ahead of you?
Right. We've mastered this whole gravity gale thing now. So instead of actually trying to disrupt the trap, he's just going to fly through them.
Okay. Sounds like athletics to me to control yourself flying through, isn't it? Unless you think it's a different skill, it's your call. Your character.
Well, right. So I need to make the roll to use the power anyway.
Sorry. Yes, sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I misunderstood you. Yes, you're casting the power again. In that case, it's just the power roll, isn't it? For the 2 of you. My mistake. I do. Got a +4 bonus. So that gets you a 9, which gets you 3 of the 5 required tokens.
Right. So I need 2 on the next round.
So yeah, you just need 2 on the next round. And if you're lucky and Arnold's ahead of you, of course, he can probably assist you again. Jiminy, you've got a +2 bonus this round. What are you doing? Well, you just come up. What have you got? You must have lots of interesting skills. You're a raccoon.
Evasion and performance.
You got survival as well. You can come up with how you can use survival.
Yeah.
How are you going to use your survival skills to avoid the traps? You just got to come up with a reasonable explanation. Sounds good to me. Make survival roll with a +2 bonus. Oh, 22. That gets you 6 tokens. So you're technically free and clear, but you can hang back and help other people with persuasion and stuff next round if you want to.
Jump.
Okay, Riley, you have got one of the 5 required tokens, and you've got a +2 bonus. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do an athletics flight through there and a little Immelman and a couple barrel rolls and see if I can clear some of these traps.
Sounds good to me. Make an athletics check with a +2 bonus. And there's the 6s. That's what we needed. That gets you a 10, which gets you 3 of your 5 required tokens. Doing well. Won't worry about the donkey. You're just, the donkey will make it with the rest of you. Okay, that means technically, okay, so as it stands now, Arnold's going before Taz, so that's what you wanted there. And Rudolph, you are at the far end, waiting for everyone to catch up. How do you want to? What skill? What skill do you want to generate some assistant support points with this time?
Can't be the same skill, can it? It should be different, isn't it?
It should really be different. It's more narratively interesting if you make it different. It's up to you. I mean, if you want, you could start teleporting them across the map, but that will cost you powder points. So it will only cost you 2. I'm not. You will ignore the actual rules because you don't necessarily teleport all of them. You might teleport traps out of the way. But if you can use teleport if you want to, or you can come up with another thing you can do instead.
No, we'll make a smart roll, and we'll use Ivy League on a smart roll. Ivy League causes the roots of trees above to come out and form steps.
Okay, I like it.
In various means to get round the traps.
It'll cost you 2 powder points. Okay, you got 30. Well, 13 means you can, because I'm really fudging the rules here, because of who cares? It's a one shot, and I hope you are. You get +4 to everyone else on your side of the map.
Most of them are already on +2.
Well, you replace their +2 with a plus. If they haven't used their +2, they get a +4 instead.
Max everybody out to +4 then.
Yeah, max everyone out to +4. That's the way I see it. Okay, Riley, you're up. This is you need to get at least you need to roll at least an 8 on whatever you choose this time, but you do have a +4 bonus.
How could I use my life in the fast lane power to help that or replace them?
Should be innate. Life in the fast lane. What's that do? Manipulates time for a brief moment around the caster, allowing. Well, yeah, it's this. You get to move, evade, and attack at lightning speed. So you cast that on yourself, and it lets you just literally avoid the traps. You just fly so fast as a blow, and then you stop time just before a trap squashes you. That gets you a 9, which gets you 5 traps. Yeah, you get to the other side of the traps with no injuries whatsoever. Nicely done. That brings us to Jiminy Raccoon, who really can't do a lot because Ola's already maxed out at +4. Ola's going next, but Ola's already maxed out on a +4 bonus. So I'm not saying you can't be encouraging or helpful and be persuasive, but it's yeah, exactly. Purely from a nice narrative perspective. No problem. Oh, that took a long time to roll the extra dice there. Anyway, that would have been a plus. Okay, so Ola, you have 4 of the 5 required tokens, but you have a +4 bonus, both from Jiminy the Raccoon and basically the Ivy League gumming up and making steps over of the pitfall traps and everything. So you got a +4 bonus. How are you getting across the final set of traps?
Oh, well, I'm just gonna barrel my way through and utilize my survival.
Go for it. That seems very sensible to me. A 7 will get you through. Because you got +4. So a roll of 7 will get you 1 token.
That's good enough for my 5th. All right.
That's your 5 tokens. Yeah, that's good. And that brings us. Arnold is on the other side. Arnold, How are you going to assist Taz, who needs 2 more tokens?
Well, I think everybody on my side is good, aren't we?
Right, you've got 8. Taz is on 3.
Taz has
You're
only
with
got
Taz,
3.
aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and use my notice to support Taz
Okay, go for it.
to help him time out a little better.
Okay. 7 means you can give Taz the maximum +4.
Okay. There you go, Taz.
Thank you.
Don't squoosh.
Look.
Don't dribble.
Okay, Taz, you have 2. You require 2 tokens to get through the traps unscathed, but you have a +4 bonus. How are you going to get through that final trap?
Oh, slidey.
Slidey. Just
So
go
Taz
for
is
it.
going to cast Easy Shade of Winter on the trap, which will slow them down.
Yep.
Making it easier for him to get through.
Yep.
But just purely for a visual aesthetic. As he casts it, there's a sheet of ice on the floor, which he just slides along in a kind of surf style.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Go for it.
But first, I need to spend a penny to get 5 power points back.
Cool.
Um,
That looked like it worked.
And then you say I got +4 on this roll, yeah?
You got a +4 on this roll.
Okay.
So as long as you get a 4, you're home and dry. Oh!
And everybody just went, ooh.
I thought about not giving me the 4.
Okay.
So, yeah, kind of
Freeze your
slide
heart out,
through.
Iceman.
So you would say, Taz.
Yeah, sorry. Just sort of slides through, and then decides whether he's going to use the little, whether he's going to use the sound effects app on his phone. Because I think somewhere in here we had a. Hang on. So these things are always better when it's just totally spontaneous. Somewhere we've got one of those things that just goes ta-da.
Well, you just did it.
Move on. There'll be a random sound effect in a minute.
Righty-ho. So I will now... You've reached your objective. Having avoided all the ridiculously OTT traps, you have reached your final objective. Fortunately, you can see the patrolling all-eyed monsters. Oh, no, I meant zoom to fill and then share, which is that side. There we go. Hopefully you can see the map.
Ooh. Remind me, Kev. Sorry, the two extra doses of powder that I've got. What do they do for me?
You can take one to get 5 powder points back instantly without having to spend a penny, or you can take one to give you the effects of a boost trait with a raise. I think it was, wasn't it?
Okay, thank you.
Ah, yeah, you created your own rather than dragging it from thingy, but that's fine. Items, cocaine owlbear, small quantity of enchanted. Yeah, boost trait with a raise if you take it.
Right, cool.
Okay. Now, having clicked on Arnold, you can see the mysterious spellcaster. He seems to be levitating over a large chasm, and right next to him appears to be a chest that's also levitating. The lid of the chest is currently open. Is closed by the levitating. Looks like a dark gnome wizard, and he seems to be sort of putting out a line of powder and chopping it up and bending down and breathing it in at the moment. So obviously that is your objective. It's a levitating chest of magical goo. However, there appears to be some patrolling orb-eyed monsters in the way. But this is it. Can you reach the cocaine in time? You'll find out. Now, oh, look at that. Betty's all round as Riley the Raven got the Joker.
Oh, done, Riley.
Okay, the patrolling all by monsters are going last on the 2 of clubs, so you're doing okay on that score.
Right, I've got an idea. Riley the Raven is on a Joker, and Taz DeVille has got 2 packs of magic powder, and they will give Riley the Raven a strength boost.
Except Riley the Raven is on Riley the Raven's on the east side of the map, and you're on the west side of the map.
A mere complication. Also known as bollocks. I forgot.
It was a good plan. However, you could give yourself and
there was only one problem with my plan. It was crap.
Yeah. You can, however, give yourself and Arnold some of your special powder. But anyway, Riley, you're up, sir. What do you wish to do? Bearing in mind, with Joker, you get a +2 bonus, and also, obviously, you can, even if you're not at the most combat offensive character, you can, of course, distract and stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna summon up my big brown beaver to attack.
Oh, of course! I forgot you got we're known as Big Brown Beaver. Yes, that's successful casting. Okay. I need to go into NPCs and summon up a Dar Beaver. Oh, it's actually there, isn't it?
Not just a beaver, but a dire beaver.
Oh yeah, it's a Dar Beaver. So if I go to the main tab, I go drag a Dar Beaver down to your allies. Then I drop the allied Dar Beaver into the combat tracker. Okay, so it's got a range of smarts. Your smarts is D10. So therefore, you can summon that Dar Beaver anywhere within that orange circle. Where do you want it to appear?
Right behind the eyeball monster.
No problem. There it is. Oh, we just lost someone by the sound of things. Who did we lose? You got dropped. Say hello.
I haven't dropped.
There. Cutie Pie's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what happened there. It did sound like a disconnect, didn't it? Okay. Maybe we had.
One away.
Maybe someone snuck in and we didn't notice. Okay, so the Dar Beaver has appeared behind the monster.
So does it get a turn now to go claw, bite or something?
Yep, absolutely. So yep, you should have its as I say, on your main tab of your character sheet, under the allies, you should have a Dar Beaver, so you can open that up, and that should let you control the Dar Beaver.
I found them on the allies. Now what do I do with them?
You click on the white dragon on the red square. It should open up his NPC sheet. You should be able to open up a character sheet.
There we go. Good.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to want an attack.
Yep. So on the combat tab, you've got bite claws. Oh, that's unfortunate. And unfortunately, the Dire Beavers don't have beddies, so that's, I'm afraid, that's all, folks. Right, let's go to Rudolph the Unicorn. Is that who we lost? Oh, he's there. Rudolph.
Yeah, but whether set fire or not, but we're gonna have to get stoned. Right, we'll charge to there.
He's got enough. He's got quite a lot of eyes you can poke it in with your shiny horn.
Well, yeah, I'm going to headbutt it.
Go for it. I just love the way it's got eyelashes.
Well, of course it's got eyelashes. It probably puts makeup on him every morning, too.
Now, it's hit with the raise, okay, but is it at plus damage or whatever? Because it's a horn.
Oh, because you charged.
Because I charged for it, I moved.
Yeah, it's a horn, so it counts. Yeah, a horn gives you a charging bonus under Swade rules. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is because I can't get the GM's guide because it's locked.
Doesn't matter. It gives you plus. But it's should be a horn. Hang on. Yeah, so that's the problem because I think obviously on the character sheet I had the non-GM versions, but that's fine. Abilities, natural weapons, horn +4 damage at the end of one fighting action in which you run or you move at least 5 inches, which you did. Go for it.
Yeah, do I have to run though?
No, run. It's not run. It's not run in the rule sense of rolling the run die. It's run as in moving 5 inches or more.
Right. Okay, well this could be pretty spectacular. But strength for 12.
So I think that's an interesting thing. I suppose the convention is if you move up to 3 inches, you're probably walking tactically in combat. If you're moving up to your whole pace, you're running but not running flat out, which is what the run dice does. That's 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Okay, well that's the end of that one. It's incapacitated.
And then that's me.
That is you done. Okay, ooh, like the mysterious wizard.
It might get the evil eye now because
obviously he gets a report from one of his creatures that he's under attack, and so Arnold can see him waving his hands about all over the place, and he suddenly a sort of spherical magical shield appears around him. It seems to be made up of small little hexagons and is slightly yellow in nature. Playing a lot of Helldivers. Arnold, you're up.
Well, he's in my way of getting to my powder, so that's got to stop.
Okay. Well, that's a hit. You shake it, which means you can pass by without any implications.
Nice.
If the RNG, can there be more than one Owlbear?
Yes. Well, I'd say if you just let the characters roll, then you can have more than one Owlbear. Otherwise, you can let them choose. I don't mind which way you go.
I bet you that's a total hoot.
Now, you said he put this little sphere thing around himself. That around him and the chest, or just him?
Just him. He cast protection on himself.
Okay.
He's levitating over a huge drop.
Yes.
No, the chest is levitating next to him. Or some cleverness on your part. Jiminy Raccoon the Third. Okay. Seems reasonable. Ooh. That's a +4 bonus. Which is now.
Voilà. Dale.
I should put Ola on hold.
Oh, sorry. My turn.
It is.
Was trying to figure out what I was going to do. Everything's just gone black. Where the heck are we?
I think lighting
It's
should.
just very dark.
You get the wrong map.
All right. Well, I will. I remember where the tunnel was, so guess I will start to move up the tunnel.
Let me move you to there. Maybe you should see some blueness.
I see a little bit of blueness.
Yeah.
And then it sort of turns purplish.
Yes, and click on your token. Again.
It won't let me move that. Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. So from yep, and I'll move you to there because that's you bounce back. You get to there, so you can see the cave ahead. There's these interesting purple flames burning in this cave, all around, and then you can see the mysterious spellcaster levitating, and you can see the mysterious magical chest next to him over a eternal chasm. Also, I'm not sure, but you might see there's something nasty to your north.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna cast fire starter on him. I'll wink my eye at it.
Okay. What, the mysterious spellcaster or the orb to the controlling orb monster to the north?
I think I'll probably have better luck with the orb.
Okay.
I think I'll make him do what I can to make him go away first.
Okay. Yep. Do fast starter on the orb. Ooh. You successfully cast the spell. Oh, hang on. What's the trapping of that one? No, a successful casting, but he does, because of dodge, he does get to avoid it. So you need to roll a 6 to cast it successfully and hit him, or what happens is you have to spend the power points, but not actually affect him, I'm afraid. There you go. And yeah, you hit him with a raise, so now when you roll that damage, you'll get to do even more. Or not, as the case may be. You've shaken him, unless you want to re-roll.
No, that's even worse.
No. You re-roll damage, not re-roll the casting. No, that wasn't a damage dice. You need you need to roll the damage dice, not the 4.
Yes. I'm sorry. That's what
okay.
I thought I did, but
no. It's no a fancy. There's the raised dice didn't go, which we'll do now, but we'll see what you get out of that. That gets you a 9, which will still just be a shaken, but he's shaken. Nothing wrong with a shaken.
Well, it is what it is, I guess.
Okie dokie. Taz, you're up, sir.
Right.
There is a shaken patrolling orb eye monster in front of you. But it's shaken.
Finish him off. Right. I think in a multi-action here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to try is this. You tell me whether it's doable or not. So I have this power called Gord's Gravity Gale.
Yes.
What I want to do is rename this Gord's Gravity Fail. So what I want to do is sprint into the cave.
Yep.
So I'm going to use a run die. I'm going to have to use a run action, but speed is my thing.
Yep.
Then I'm going to cast Gord's Gravity Gale, but I want to use it to push the wizard down the big chasm.
Seems reasonable.
Leaving the chest where it is.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. You'll push him 12 inches down the chasm.
And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my little packets of powder.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to boost my spirit by another 2 die type.
Okie dokie. Let's give you a spirit. I can't spell. SPRIT in square brackets plus 2D close square brackets. That lasts 5 rounds. There we go. If I
Right.
pick up,
So I need to multi-action, and I need first of all a rundown. Actually, I probably didn't need that.
click run again to turn it off.
First, we'll move 1, 2, 3.
6 gets you to there.
And then the range is smart. I don't. Right, so the view I have of the map,
yeah,
I can't actually.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 5, and I've got smarts of D6.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So
okay.
I can target. So I can target him with the spell.
Yeah. Ignore me. I was just testing something. Make sure your run button is not not red, so it's turned off, so you don't have the run penalty because you didn't need to run.
Okay. That's one. Hours. Swords. Gale. Going to be cast with a raise.
That is going to be cast with a raise.
But I'm guessing it's opposed.
Well, on targets causing them to fly gently, doesn't say. As far as I'm concerned, no. He's going -12. There he goes. You just push him down -12 inches.
Right. Cool.
It doesn't. It does. It doesn't say there's an opposed roll. So yeah, you just push him down.
Right. Somebody get just now.
All good. Right. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2. Is their pace actually? Their pace is 8. Okay. 8 gets me to there. I'm going to do that because I can now because the boss is out the way. So Ola gets to make. Ola gets to make basically a beam of energy shoots out of the central eye and strikes Ola. So she has to, or they have to make a vigor roll or be stunned. But of course, if you make your vigor roll and are not stunned, you have to spend a power point. So it's your choice. You could be stunned or you can not be stunned, but it'll cost you a power point. Okay, so you're fine. You're not stunned, but unfortunately, some of that magical cocaine is absorbed by your body. And this orb's going to fly up to here. And it's going to do the same thing, but at you two. So that's Arnold and Taz, I'm afraid, have to make vigor checks or be stunned. Just an evil way of making you lose powder points, that's all. Don't blame me, I did right. Okay, Taz, right. Taz is fine, but you're fine, but don't forget to lose a powder point. Arnold, if you're not here, I'll roll on your behalf. Rolling on Arnold's behalf. Arnold is fine, but it did cost him a powder point. There we go. Where's that one? Oh, shaken status removed. Oh dear, you know what that means, don't you? They both get to make vigor checks again, I'm afraid. However, the orb in front of you is hit by the beam and is stunned.
Right, well, that's the cost of another
powder point. I'm afraid so. But you're both okay. But he did stun one. He did stun another one of the creatures, which is all good. Okay. That one remains shaken, and that one doesn't exist. Okay, that brings us to the end of the round, and new round dealt, and you've all got bennies as Rudolph the unicorn gets to go first. And if anyone wants to spend cards to move up the tracker,
I'd like to do something wonderful, but I have a small problem. I don't have opposable thumbs.
Since why should that happen?
Opposable thumbs are overrated. How do you think I'm gripping a flail? Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm trying to hoof it here.
Yeah. Who says you don't have opposable thumbs on your hooves right now? I mean, you potentially could be doing anything right now with this magical Peruvian marching powder.
Technically, unicorn has hooves are split like goat, so you could technically use your hooves and grip.
So let's move. That's a wee bit there. Right. This is going to be quite weird, eh?
I don't. Do you really think in this game it matters?
We're going to cast fly.
Yes.
On. What's fly is 3 power points. Additional recipient 2 each. So
you don't need to cast it on Riley. He can already fly.
So I cast it on myself. 2 additional recipients: Arnold and Taz.
Mm-hmm.
Can Ola fly? Ola can fly now.
How are you casting fly?
I know. I knew you were going to ask me that. Yes, I knew you were going to ask me that.
Well, I'm only wondering.
I'm going to have unicorn horn glows, and I have an arcane spike.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just curious.
Surprise!
The only thing is, I don't have a problem with you doing that, but I would have thought you had a much easier way to get the chest to you with one of your existing powers.
What, teleport the chest?
Yeah! But fly's more fun.
I know that, but I just thought in case I fail, make everybody fly and then the bit's not a problem.
That's fine. Go for it. I don't have a problem with that. So you're casting on yourself. Who else are you casting it on? Is it just yourself?
No, I'm going to cast it on myself. In fact, you know what? Let's use the whole target thing.
Yeah.
Oh, 3. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's got to be less than 10 power points. Look at 10.
Yes, you can never cast. Well, you can use all 10, but it'd be a heroic return to. Yeah, you'd have to short it.
So should I risk going for a raise on this?
A raise will give them pace of 24. At the moment, they've got flight pace 12.
12. 12 will be added in this small space. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll use an arcane spike to cast fly.
There you go.
Pace 12.
Yep. So they should all have fly pace. Okay, Jiminy, you can fly now.
I can believe.
Actually, no, Jiminy, you can't fly because you were out of line of sight. But I'm afraid. But it's your go next.
Who else? Donkey.
Donkey can't fly. I think you're the only one in the party who can't fly.
I don't have the power points to do them as well.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Ivy Lee will give a bonus.
Me and Donkey.
Go for it.
The point of having a 12.
Oh dear.
I tried to cast over.
I'm just going to check if there's any really nasty side effects for going wrong on. I don't think there is. I don't think it actually has any rules for what happens when the powers go wrong. You just fail.
I think unless it's a crit fail, it is just that. It fails to go off, it misses the target, whatever.
But it was a crit fail.
Ooh.
I thought I saw something about crit fails, but I can't find it. So we'll just...
In section D, you can penny it. You still critically fail, but you might succeed on the...
Yes, yeah, I'm lucky in it.
Yeah, you can use
dumb luck is it? Dumb luck.
Yeah.
You drop your gun, but it might go off and shoot the guy.
I think what we'll do is you shake yourself. You have a sudden power rush and you shake yourself, Jiminy. And it costs you a powder point. Oh. But you can still move, even when shaken. And not at half pace like it used to be, which was vicious. I've spent all those pennies to get up the combat tracker. How annoying is that? Okay, well, they've used their orb power, so patrolling orb's going to come in here and fight Arnold. Critically failing, leaving himself vulnerable.
That big tongue that's lolling out.
Yeah, he bit his own tongue and he's going... Yeah, he's bit his own tongue.
As actually understands what he says.
This one comes to bite you. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's fine. Misses. And this one back here remains stunned. This one here is no longer shaken and comes down and bites. Voila. Ooh, oh, not biting its own tongue though. And that gets us to Ola, who can fly, but is being attacked by a orb-shaped monster.
Well, I think I will just fly up off the ground a little bit and claw bite this thing and have at it.
Go for it.
Since he's right there, he wants to bite. Bite me, I'll bite you back.
Looks like they've just pushed out a fix at the fantasy grounds. So. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
All right.
Then you can fly at pace of 12 if you at least shake it. No, you incapacitate it. You have a flight of 12 if you want to fly around the room. Right now.
Okay.
Bear in mind, there's the chest.
Can I fly over here and grab the chest?
You can fly 9 to there, and then you can fly 12 to there. So you grab the chest and get to there. No problem at all.
Awesome.
I shall
do so.
I shall hide the chest because you are carrying it. Okay, that brings us to Arnold.
Well, that makes my job a lot different. I was going to do that same kind of thing, but without the flight. You know what? This eye thing came over here close to me. I don't care for that.
No, it bit its own tongue, though. Vulnerable right now.
Well, that's fine. It can bite its own tongue, but I'm still going to give him a smack upside the head for it.
It did cost you 2 powder. They did cost you 2 powder points last round when you weren't here.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I caught that. Yeah.
That's a hit with a raise. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Nice.
You really lay into that orb-shaped monster.
And then I come up here next to that one, and I flick the blood off my claws into his face.
Sounds good to me.
He's one nasty badger.
Indeed. Okay, well, the mysterious caster can only levitate up that far, which means he can't actually do anything else this round. He's getting quite annoyed. Timewise says he's not going to do much. Okay, that brings us to Taz.
My gravity, as I've now renamed it, gravity fail spell,
Yes,
has a duration of 5 rounds.
it does.
So would it be an action just to push him back down again?
No, but it will trigger on your go. So he moved up 6 inches and now he's minus 18.
But I also want to attack this beastie.
Yeah. No. Your power has a duration of 5 rounds, so it will keep pushing him further and further down the bottomless pit.
Oh, okay.
He's out of the fight for all intents and purposes, but I think it's quite fun to see. If anyone flies over the top, he might be able to zap you. That's the only thing.
So Taz sort of looks at this orb thing and I've just lost my character sheet. Where's my character sheet gone? I actually have lost my. Where's my bloody character sheet?
Double click on the character.
I do that. Does that give it back?
Yeah, sorry about that guys. It's so long since I've used Fantasy Ground. So.
It's a learning experience, don't you worry. It's all part of the fun.
Right. So we are going to. So we're gonna we look at this beholder and go, no, that's how you bite.
Who said it was a beholder? That's a what's it called? Oh,
Copyrighted name.
Yeah, copyrighted name. It's an orb-shaped monster.
Right, that's a miss. So we are going to try that again.
I use beholders when I run Savage Pathfinder in the past. Property infringement. Oh, I can't remember.
Actually, isn't Owlbear a D&D copyrighted one as well?
I don't think it can be if
it's not.
It's not one of the ones. Illithids are, beholders aren't. Yeah. Beholders are, illithids are. There's a couple of others, isn't there? I think because there is a list of the ones you can't use. It was in the OGL, wasn't it? The original 3.0 OGL.
But didn't they all license? Didn't they all make it Creative Commons?
I don't think. Those I don't think those monsters are, because they're ones. The Beholder, the Illithid, and a few of the others. You can't use the names. Nothing stopping you creating orb-like monsters or Kraken, is there? Or squid-headed monsters, but it's just can't use the name. You can reuse the stats because you can't copyright game stats. Sorry, roll the damage. Oh my word! Lots of D4s exploding here. Yep, that's another orb-eyed. That's another patrolling orb-eyed monster down. Ola's got the magical treasure chest. So all you need to do is cover Ola to get out, and then keep up with her.
We've got a flight spell cast on us now as well, haven't we?
You do. You've got a pace of 12.
Yes, we do.
Right. Just for fits and giggles, Taz does not know that the guy that's going down the pit could actually zap him. So Taz knowing now, figuring out he can fly, just going to go in a straight line,
which is fine. You'll get across. The point I'm trying to make there is, if you stopped over him, he can zap you, but you've got across, so you're okay. There's probably a bolt of lightning shot up that misses you as you fly across.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. And that brings us to Riley the Raven.
Okay, he's finally going to get to come around the corner.
And look at the beautiful map.
Now flying.
You're still you're flying anyway, obviously. So yeah, there we go. You can see Ola has the magical chest. You can
come over to this edge here. How close can I get to that? Can I make it to there? That's a long flight.
Yeah, you can't make it to there, but obviously you can. You can probably do. You could probably do other things. What are your powers? You got life in the fast lane. Doubles your movement. So life in the fast lane. Why not? If you do a multi-action, cast life in the fast lane, you can make it to there.
Well, there we go. Let's do that.
It's the last foe on the board. The wizard's technically out of it, so you put him down, and we can have a nice narrative of how you escape.
Dice.
That's okay. I'll ignore. Yep, that's absolutely fine. So you basically ignoring the -2 because of who cares right now. You get to there. What do you do when you get over there? You zip across at high speed.
And poke it right in the center eye.
Go for it. Make a fighting check. Not a fighting check. Sorry, a bite claw check on your combat tab, I should say. And that is going to be a hit with a raise. Roll the damage. Oh, do better than that. You got 11 bennies, and this is the last bad guy in the game. So you might as well spend all of them if need be to get a really good roll. That's probably all you need, actually. But that will shake it, which is fine. It's out of you poke it right in the eye, and it goes ow, and sort of it's already stunned, so it just goes ow and just coils up into a ball. Righty ho. Well, for all intents and purposes, and time factors, you have got to the point where you for all intents and purposes and time factors and all that, you have neutralized all the people, and you've got the chest. So let's have a sort of going down the list, starting with Arnold. We'll just describe how you escape and what happens next. So obviously, once you get outside with the chest, Arnold.
Well, obviously, we just kind of all grab hands or whatever. I mean, we are friends, right? We all grab hands and go skipping out of the tunnel with so whoever's in the middle on each side of the chest, swinging it back and forth. And we're just all singing as we head outside and then start divvying up the supplies.
The supply seems reasonable to me. Jiminy, do you want to add anything onto that?
I would just make sure they realise that I'm based.
Fair enough. Ola?
Ola is very happily swinging the chest and I don't know, humming along to whatever song everybody else is singing.
Seems fine. Riley.
Oh, we're all singing different songs. That's the whole
Oh,
point.
are we? Oh, okay. I'll Cocaine Cowgirl.
Seems good to me.
Cocaine Cowgirl, nobody knows.
Riley just disconnected.
These
And we lost
claws are
Riley.
made for killing.
I just clicked on the wrong thing. Give me a second.
Oh, you don't need to come. You don't need to come back in. As long as you're still in chat, you can still.
Riley's going to take an extra dose of that stuff and give it to the donkey and the
Make it sentient. Yep. And the dark badge is going to disappear. Don't forget.
Yeah, in about another 3 rounds.
Yeah.
What if the donkey just turns around and says, "Reckon donkey"?
Well, there we go. Rudolph, would you?
That's friend me.
Yeah, so the song of choice is obviously Camptown Races, because I think they sort of do that.
That's absolutely fine. And last but not least, Taz.
Taz is taking a massive stash of this stuff.
Yeah,
heading for the nearest city, and he's gonna hire the poshest hotel suite, and 2 Tasmanian devil hookers, and just have a massive party.
Seems reasonable to me. And with that is the tale of how the woodland creatures of the magical forest obtained the chest of the special magic powder and lived fun and debauched lives by the sound of things. Congratulations, you have successfully completed. You completed, until you have to plan another one. You have successfully completed this iteration of Cocaine Owlbear. I hope you had a lot of fun. I certainly did. And
that was fun.
Thank you very much, Doc.
Okay.
It was a hoot.
Indeed,
It was great fun. Thanks, everyone.
I had fun. As I say,
very much.
Yep.
For playing.
But you're most welcome. Thank you for dropping in at the last minute. All of those that I just said, do you want to play a game today? And you turned up. And thank you for all my regulars and my new regulars and all that. So we'll leave that there. We've got the final game of the year on Sunday. I'm not more in line with the time of year adventure, and that's all I'm telling you about that one. And then obviously next year on Sundays we'll start. Indeed.
I'll be back. My bah humbug force.
Yeah, and then obviously we'll be starting Flash Gordon in 2025 and a bit later on. That's not enough, but thank you very much, guys. If I don't speak to you, have a nice Christmas and a good New Year. If I do see you on Sunday, then I'll say it again then. Take care, one and all.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Take
See you
care.
later.
Thanks very much.